The topic for the day is veganism. So we're going to start with this. If all shops and farms stopped selling any form of meat, would you kill and slaughter an animal for your meal?
Yeah, definitely. I also detect an opportunity here to start selling meat for others as well. If you're the only one that can do that, that's a golden opportunity right there. That's all.
Cool, fair enough. Thank you for that.
Okay, so your answer is yes, you would, and you would turn it into a business opportunity.
Absolutely.
The opportunity takers. All right, let's get going with Kevin MC212. Just hold on, I'm just going to look for you in this participation list. Feel free to speak or pass. Megaphone is yours. And then I see there's others over here that would like to contribute. So welcome to those who've joined. This is the social dilemma. This is basically where we present a scenario or a dilemma, and then we go around the virtual table to hear everybody's thoughts. So let's go with one. Okay, Bosco Global. Welcome.
Feel free to come sit closer.
And feel free to speak or pass. Bosco, you're live. No? Okay, it's all right. Let's go with one-on-one. Everybody gets a chance to speak or pass in the social dilemma. Right, 101, 111. Megaphone is yours if you would like to share your thoughts on this issue or this dilemma. No? Okay, let's go to Jessica, who seems very eager. Welcome, Jessica, to the social dilemma. I know you just popped in, but it's your turn. So, megaphone is yours if you would like to speak or pass.
Sure. I apologize for being late, and
No, there's no apologies
I'm
on
out
Old
of
Space.
I just give my opinion basically on the topic. If all shops and
Absolutely.
farms for being, would you kill and slaughter an animal? So I guess I suppose if I didn't have an alternative form of food, then it would be a consideration, certainly. But if I did, then no, I would not.
All right.
Well,
Is that it?
Cool, thank you very much.
yeah, I think it depends on the circumstances of if the reason why shops and farms were. Is it from an ethical, like
It's
shops and farms have stopped selling it because of ethical reasons
so,
or
so
environmental or?
normally these are based on your interpretation. So the idea is that veganism takes over the world, and shops and farms decide to just stop selling meat completely, just like they did with straws, where they stopped selling plastic straws. Now all of a sudden they stop selling meat.
Okay,
So would
sure.
you kill or slaughter an animal?
That's very
Yes.
tough. I think I would try to become vegan. I would probably more likely. So I would conform to the social pressure to certainly make more of an effort to become vegan.
Awesome. Thank you. Um,
Sure.
right. Now we have Scrooge. Scrooge, I'm going to give you the
Πρέπει
megaphone
να κάνουμε
shortly.
κοκορέτσι. Πώς θα γίνει το κοκορέτσι?
Bosco, would you like to say something? Okay. Let's go to Scrooge. It's got to go through all this list. There's more people than I thought. Scrooge, megaphone is
Oh.
yours.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
So I live in a pretty big city, and that means it's all about access. So if the world turns vegan, I assume it's been like it's commercially viable to be vegan, and it's just about what's convenient. So I guess to answer the question, it would be no, unless unless there was no other source. So yeah, I mean, it's just whatever's around you.
So you would go with what's in the shops, what's in the grocery stores, and you wouldn't go out of your way to kill or slaughter an animal.
No, the only real reason to do that would be if there was some medical drawback. I think if the doctor says you're not getting enough iron and you need to go eat some meat, and I had no access, then I guess I'd put on the camouflage and get the bow and arrow and jump through the forest and do that kind of thing.
Let me just throw in a seed here. So when we talk about animal, we got to consider all the different animals. So even fishing, for example, which is one of the most popular sports for hunting down and then eating. So I will consider fish, probably even mussels, octopus, etc. Just something to think about. AJ Nokia, I see you've just joined now, and I do like to give everybody an opportunity. So what I've done now is I've created the allow hand raise participation. If you would like to say something, I do like everyone talking, and you can speak or you can pass or you can just introduce yourself. It's entirely up to you. So, Ative. Oh wait, just hold on a second. AJ Nokia, but we will go around the table completely.
Yeah, no, thanks for. I'm just kind of new in here, so kind of just listening in, but I'll get involved later on.
All right. So yeah, a lot of people have popped in.
I'll just listen in first.
So the Social Dilemma is basically an event where we discuss social scenarios and where you can base your opinion, thoughts, ideas, and answers entirely on this question. So you haven't missed anything. This is the question. If all shops and farms stop selling any form of meat, would you kill and slaughter an animal for your meal? All right. Then let me go around the table. And then for those who haven't spoken, just raise your hands because I do like going clockwise. Let's go to Dr. Sam.
Hello, Kitty, and welcome.
Yes. Everybody will get a chance. We're still on the first dilemma. Dr. Sam, megaphone is yours.
Timon and Ellie, apologies. I see that I am late. I obviously didn't hear the opening gambit from yourself and Ellie, giving a perspective of the two dilemmas. And obviously I don't have a background of why suddenly the slaughtering and the sale of meat has stopped. But
there were no scenarios. Let me just interject here. There were no scenarios because people are popping in all the time into this event, and so you see it as it is, and it's based on your own interpretation and opinion.
Okay, so let me interpret it this way. I would assume that if meat at the moment is a commercial product, a lot of people make a living from it, and it is a massive industry. So I can only presume that the society of the future looked at the act of killing another fellow animal, because they are fellow animals, and they deemed it that it was immoral. And they, by then, have invented a protein product to replace meat, which is commercially available at the moment. They are growing meat. Unfortunately, it is quite expensive to grow a steak, and therefore there would be no need to slaughter an animal. And I would agree with that. I don't believe that we have the right to take a life that we can't create or recreate, and we probably shouldn't be eating meat. So that is the scenario. Now, I can tell you that when I was in the military and I was stuck in the deepest parts of Africa, and I hadn't eaten for 4 or 5 days, I did slaughter animal to survive. And that was a survival instinct that kicked in for me. So I suppose one has to look at the scenario. During that period, I slaughtered a number of rats and ate rats to survive. So I would not kill an animal in the scenario that I painted at first, where society has deemed it incorrect.
All right. Ative, megaphone is yours.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. I think killing, first of all, let me just say, I'm a carnivore. I love meat, but I don't think I could kill an animal because it's gross. I would take up fishing, and I may become just eating seafood for my protein and for my meat, if there were no more meat. But I can't imagine living life without meat.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's good. Tahla, I missed you. I see you've just popped in now. The megaphone is yours if you would like to speak or pass. It's completely up to you. Or Taylor. All right. Let's move to DigiPsych.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm very sure that I wouldn't start killing animals. I've been a vegetarian myself for many years. I'm eating meat now, but it's because I don't consider it as animals actually. Because when I go to the supermarket, I just consider it as a piece of meat. And particularly this, that you had to do it yourself. I became vegetarian when I lived in Nepal. Actually, mostly because there you are very close to killing the animal. You see them go out, and I didn't do it myself, but they go out and they take a chicken and they cut off the head, and then they start to prepare it. And I think that becomes too close to actually the difference between life and death. It becomes very obvious that when you see it yourself, that this is not just a piece of meat. It's actually a living life that you are taking from some creature. So the answer from my side is no.
All right. Kitty, you have an opportunity to speak or pass. It's funny, we don't have any vegans in the house yet that I've picked up.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm torn between this one because does it matter what kind of animal?
I would imagine not. It's up to you for interpretation.
Then I would say yes, I would, because it's for pure survival and not because I'm like unmoral. However, I would not kill something like a cat or a dog because I'm a pet person. So I would honestly I'd probably say no. I don't think I would have the heart to kill animals for food. I could get someone else to do it, but I can't do it.
Can I just get a show of hands, because I'm so interested right now. So most people here are saying that they wouldn't kill an animal. What if it was fishing? Can I just see a round of emojis just to get an idea of who would fish? Okay, so we've got 2, 3, 4. Valerie, I don't know if you're here.
And me.
Yeah, no, Ali,
I would.
Would
Fish.
you? So you'd fish, okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, now it's down to you, Ali, I guess.
Well, I'm pretty empathic with animals, although I do eat meat. However, the last 2 or 3 years, I've become less tolerant, so to say, to meat. I'm not such a big fan anymore. I have been eating a lot more fruits and veggies. Um, I definitely would not slaughter an animal. However, I am open to fishing as a source of protein, and seeing as I have been eating a lot more fruit and veggies, there are other sources of protein which I think I might be able to adapt with. How about you? What would you do?
I'll tell you right after Valerie. Valerie, I'll give you the
I'm
megaphone right
excited.
now. I just got to go through the list. Okay, Valerie, the megaphone will be yours shortly.
Right. Sorry, you're not familiar with the rules. Thanks. Someone said it depends on the kind of animal. I don't think I would have the heart for this. And talking about survival, in today's world, it's easy to eat meat, but it's also easy to go vegetarian because you have a lot of options. If those options were gone and we had to eat meat, or we had to eat proteins for survival, it would really depend on the options available. So, like, in today's world, it sounds a bit disgusting to eat, like, insects, but these are easier to kill. So I would think that I would go for that for protein, because if I don't feel at ease to kill an animal that is, like, bigger, does it make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you for that.
Thank you. All right. If anybody else, if I've missed you, just raise your hands and then we can, I'll give you the megaphone. So, what would I do? So I'm also a pacifist. I'm also empathetic with animals. I would never slaughter or kill an animal such as well, any animal except a fish. I feel a fish I would kill, but specifically for meat and not for entertainment. I don't believe in killing for entertainment, for the detriment of the fish. I think the way this world is going, we are in a very, very lucky time where to be a vegetarian and a vegan is probably one of the easiest things than if you compare 10 years ago. And if you look at the companies that are spending billions of dollars, Bill Gates is spending billions of dollars on this plant-based molecular machinery to turn anything into, for example, a hamburger, where eventually we're going to get McDonald's hamburgers based off plants. And then other companies are, like Valerie said, they're using bugs to turn into meat and all that. So I think 10 years ago, I wouldn't have killed or slaughtered an animal or not, but I would have fished. But now I probably would not kill anything, including fish. Maybe a fish once every couple of months or so, just to spice things up and, just to spoil myself. But that's just to be honest. So yeah, I would remain a pacifist. We have a few minutes based on this, so I would like to hear now if you would like to discuss based on what other people have said. So Sebex, megaphone is yours. Where is Sebex? I popped out. All right, I saw his hand was up. Let's go Valerie. Yes.
Hi, I don't have a lot to add, but I don't know who to ask this. What is this? Because I came in the middle of this. So who organized this?
So this is called the Social Dilemma. It's a 1-hour live discussion where we ask social dilemmas, and then we go around the virtual table and we share our thoughts, ideas, answers, and basically we just listen to what others have to say, and we learn from everyone, and then sometimes we'll get into more of a discussion. But you haven't missed anything. This is actually the first question of the day, and we have one more question So yeah, you really haven't
That's
missed
great.
anything. All right.
Well, unfortunately I need to go now, but it was very interesting and I like the concept. So thank you.
Awesome. And we have the moral.
Thank you for joining.
Yes, and we have the moral dilemma on a Friday, which is a lot more saucier.
I'll try to jump in then.
Up to you.
See
But
you.
you can also join the VR Digital Citizens Facebook group, and then you will get all the reminders on these events. And more to come of
Okay.
VR Digital Citizens. So let's move to the second dilemma.
Okay.
And Ali, I would
Okay.
love it if you read it out for us.